Hello, hello.
Def had a standout performance previously. We'll see if he's able to replicate that success. XSET starting off on the attack, and it's going to be a good one. Keep an eye on Viper utility. That often tells so much of how teams want to play. So far, we've got it roped off across mid, which often gives a cue that you're going to want to work
Tier
into
2 for 2
towards
months.
A, but that
Thank
is
you.
not where they're positioned.
This is why I need alerts. Different alerts for every single different
All right,
tier.
we have XSET on attack, Sentinels on defense to start us off. Looks
I'm feeling
like
good
XSET
about this
will
map.
utilize a bit of that elbow area. They could find Sick quite quick. Sick always pushes. It was C long with the Phoenix on Haven. Now it's into mid. He gets to that middle area, the tower, and now it could be even bigger. Damage takes 2. Spike, and now Sentinels can move accordingly as Shahzam whips out a beautiful shot. What? Yo, Sentinels are online to start pistol.
That ghost is just
Aaron the rat.
problematic at best, and they read it, right? Like, we talked about the wall going up, and oftentimes what that tells, but the elbow push was the one thing that was a slight difference. What a start, what a pistol from Sentinel. Sick with 3, Shah got the last 2, an excellent start.
Everyone who says Sentinels is overrated.
They grabbed it right away. Sick taking an
So here's my take on it. People want to
down
hate.
mid. He's like, you know what? I like.
People want to bandwagon.
I want to immediately. Starts
It's
heading that
actually
way.
like
Finds
so
2.
toxic, chat.
Just
Just like the way that
the fact that
this
was
community
right
is,
off
or
the
just like
bat,
any community in general.
Your wall got played against you so hard there on the side of XSET.
I think
Sentinels
Anonymous
with
for
a
the
great
gifted
start
sub.
on that first round.
For XSET here, a much heavier stack towards A. You've got BCJ on the Viper towards B. No wall.
Yeah, people say that they're overrated until they win. Exactly.
A mixed buy. Both Def and BCJ have marshals.
Oh, I love the marshal usage on this Dougie.
Yeah, I imagine Sentinels fans are loving that Vandal in the hands of Sick even more this early. It's just like, that just, you almost don't want to play the round, right? Like, you're going into a Vandal with no armor, no real weapons. What do you do?
Tyson.
Especially if you hear
The
it
timing.
early.
Yeah.
He is hovering the back. I think it's the last thing they want to hear. Ooh,
Nice
BCJ
pick.
on the 10s. Breeze sees so many Marshall rounds, Doug.
Good shock dart from Shahzam to push Aaron off.
Nice.
Oh, Def not able to land the shot, but there's that Vandal that we talked about. Aaron just on the other side with Sick there.
Nice.
He heard the door close, but Shahzam actually went up. Excuse me, it didn't close. It opened up, and Aaron was caught with his proverbial pants down. But for XSET, they seem to be able to get onto the site anyway. In with the flash is Pure trying to plan it. BCJ good for 1. Just 2 members remaining on the side of XSET as the spike goes down. BCJ and Pure have like no health to their name. It's just BCJ giving 1 a haircut. Not able to land the shot though as Shah gets 3. Sentinels get to 2.
And they get Otis Killer for the
pushing the envelope on that one.
Yeah, he flashed
Get
himself.
themselves a force 5
they get
with
Gold
it.
Killer
Marshall's coming through. Sentinel says
But
no.
you know how they
put
do
it
that,
down
right,
for a few
chat?
more rounds,
So
and
what they do is
the
they sky
Vandal
flash, they
stays
put it
up
behind,
with
and they
6
pop it
HP.
behind them.
Yeah.
So it
Sick does not
basically
lose it.
the
Well, not just that, but now Sick has
FOV of
Seekers
the other
online,
teammates.
Right, like so you see the dividends pay off.
Get blinded,
Financially, he's going
if
to
that
carry
makes
it into the
sense.
next round. He's
But he
also
just
got his
I think
ultimate
he-
in round 3,
Yeah,
which
pop
also
flash.
feels terrible. That's just a really good start from Sentinels.
So we see most of the KJ utility put over towards that A side. Definitely.
So it wasn't stupid. He just didn't do
on
it
that
correctly.
defense, it helps out so much. KJ
He is
Cypher
against
on
and
Sentinels,
5.
which means you have all that sight watch utility, plus your attacking side has flank watch.
First to
which
3
means
or best
you
of
are
3?
able to
Best
push
of
up
5,
here
first to
and
3.
not worry all that much. Turret is going to cover your hallway. You got that trap on your backside. Doug, looks like an A hit.
They're going. Def is leading the charge too with the spike in hand. He's gotten him through, so they're going to be playing right on the other side of that pyramid. If ECJ is able to stay alive, you've got to remain control. You've got to maintain control of Case.
Oh my God, there's so much happening.
Lineups with the Viper's Pit, but you've got to stay alive. You've got to keep control of that. Second drop, Sick going in aggressive, looking for another one. As the spike continues to tick away. The tap has been diffused, but he drops. Sick going in aggressive. Aaron's going to get cleaned up as well. Aaron looking for more. As BCG's there. He doesn't have any more come through, but
nice shot.
Shahzam is the last one standing through that,
Is that a
chaos
collab?
double with the Bulldog at the end and the defuse.
This was
Well
one of the
played.
things that I thought Breeze would bring to the table, and it's one of my favorite, is the fact that every member of both teams are literally in the site just on the other side of this gas wall game and waiting for it to go down. If there's a stat that starts coming up of what what map has the most 5v5 spike
my.
plans? A site or B on Breeze is going to be taking it because
And thank you,
it is so
Uno Fox
rowdy
for
after
the
that spike goes
$2.
down
Hope
and
you're
all the
feeling
utility
better.
just starts flying. It
How do you
brings
stay
a
calm
different
during these matches?
dynamic.
I
of
almost
just
cried like 5 times the last
like,
match.
hyper firefight that you are put in as soon as that gas wall goes down that really no other map is offered.
Rowdy. I like how
Tyson
you call that. That
watches
was rowdy.
these
Rowdy
matches
start
and I
from TENZ
don't really want to
to
cry.
get the opening pick
Also,
onto Def,
if
playing
I
off
do
of the
cry,
flash from Sick.
people
So
will
we're
talk
starting
about
to
it
see it may not be
online
with presence of
and,
body, but investing the utility to control
say
the middle
rude
of the map.
shit. So, yeah.
dapr waiting patiently on the left. He has good control, so he
If I
pops
scream,
this
people
molly
will
here, and he looks
be
to his
rude.
right side. Doesn't have to
If
worry
I don't
about too
say
much on his
anything,
left
people
as he
will be rude.
can organize what's going
It's
on.
just the way
All
it
of these
is.
things you have to delay your opponents. He's starting to push forward a bit. Beautiful
Nice.
look, beautiful peek. Great
think
job by
it's siege
Sentinels
for
to
this
quickly pick up two here. Not being afraid of
People
the
are
eco
just rude,
that
basically.
XSET could be
Oh.
putting forward.
Ooh. Crispy
No,
little
wait.
shot from Zekin, but not going to get a chance to do it again as TENZ cleans
Oh.
him up. Sick gets the last. Sentinels cruise through the
What
round.
can
They've
you
roared
even
out of
do
the
at that
gates, a
point?
4-0 lead. Now XSET should be able to buy up, but even then,
just
for
do whatever
XSET,
the
it's been
fuck I
interesting
want.
to watch how they're managing their
I don't really
economy, because
care.
even when you expect them to be absolutely
I say
broke,
more than anything
they're still
else.
bringing in some spikes,
I'm just like really
right? And it's
calm. I don't
primarily
scream as much anymore.
by way of
but
marshals.
I contain my
Sentinels have
excitement
found a way
inside,
to
and
shut
then
down both
and then if I
Def
do
and
scream, people
Pure,
are like, "Oh,
two
you're just giving a
ones that
fake
were
reaction."
firing
I'm like, "What
very
the fuck?
well
How's that a
last
fake
map.
reaction when that's actually?"
And that's always going to
My
help when you just
reaction.
kind of have your opponent's number.
People are
over
so
and over
bipolar,
again.
it's crazy.
Confidence and peak in favor of Sentinels here as we start off round 5. Guns on both sides, Doug. And it does look like a bit of a split strat
Thank you
here.
also
Obviously,
for 100
Hallway will
bits.
be watched
Is this
for
the
any
first map?
push
No, this is the
flank.
second map.
What's coming through there?
If you look
but
up here,
looks like the
XSET
rotation
won
towards B
the
could
first
be
map.
where they end.
Interesting. So they draw out the Hunter's Fury from Shahzam. And I mean, you got a little bit,
think he
right?
run,
Like you
run,
tagged a Baron, but that's all you got. He's going to drop the lockdown, but it's actually going to be a hit towards B. Keep in mind that BCJ has the Viper's Pit. Great pick on air, and the Seekers are going to come out as well. Here we go. Now the hit's going to come through. Sick. Managing to stay alive. Let one dash through, but Pure punishes him at the end of the day. The spike is still not fully committed onto the site. You see members of Sentinel start to rotate.
Really neat seeing the distant Killjoy ultimates here
Nice.
to create opposite rotations
Wow.
from what their opponents
Well
would think.
played.
Zombs coming
We've
up
warmed up,
huge
chat.
there.
Holy
and
shit.
these gun rounds are not feeling like gun rounds
Well
for
played,
XSET.
well
And
played.
whatever happened last map, Sentinels shook it off, and they are coming out firing on this one. 9-2 for Sick. He carries that Phoenix performance at the end of last game into this one, and Shahzam is right there on his heels.
Yeah, dude, but boy was on one at the end of that last map, and as you said,
Yeah, he was.
picked it right back up. And as you said, it's really been a complete performance from Sentinels 5 rounds in a row. Now for XSET, you've got weapons again. You've got a Guardian in the hands of Zekin.
See.
Pure is going to bring the Blade Storm into things as
And
well.
this is defense
See how it
chat.
plays out.
This is an attack-sided map.
TENZ already wanting some space.
Well played.
He knows that turret's set up, and he is actually going to be in a great position to catch a shoulder of Deft here before Deft would see him. That's an easy frag. X gets the
Beautiful
second
tie.
one. Starting to
Nice.
pre-fire as well. Just feeling it right now. TENZ with some beautiful aim.
Well played.
Beautiful indeed. And again, like, this is another gun round, right? Pure has to go in aggressive. There you go. The Blade Storm good on one, but it gets traded out. Zekin with the flash. It got cleaned up. Investing the second. The spike has not really made its way past caves at all. It's just BCJ who's up on a one-man mission in a 1v3. He's going to have to rotate back.
Wait,
He's got
that's
time.
I'm surprised we actually never
He
had the
has
spike
no
though.
health.
Oh. The ice hyperfism.
They're just going to swarm him, even if he does make it to pyramids. As
Yeah,
soon
look
as they
at
hear
you,
that
100
spike. All right.
Riv, so
More
this
than
mo-
Sentinels on
Yeah,
point
go ahead,
today.
go ahead.
about why it's been so successful.
Yeah, last
What
map was a
have
little bit
Sentinels
rough.
been able to do that
But thankfully
XSET
this
haven't been able to
map is a little bit better.
Sentinels, they're taking that space. They're able to get themselves into position, as well as you got to give credit to the aim being on. But here, just the TENZ with the quick flicks, not the flicks, but the quick accuracy, the quick
Look
aim.
at this. Sick
And being just,
11-2.
having that,
Oh my.
reaction speed is the word I wanted. Oh my word. It's hard to word today, Doug. Yeah, the reaction speed there. It is just coming online. It's something we were missing from Sentinels in the previous map. They seemed a bit sluggish. Like I said, double corner checking as you go into a site and you'd have backs to just one member of XSET. Everything is flowing much more smoothly here. And again, the aggression. Sick pushes up, the info is there, and they instantly work more confidently with the info. Catch a bullet in the head and that kind of slows things down, but that's where they're getting their confidence here in these rounds to keep stepping forward.
So look at how far up Shazam has gotten at this point, right? Like working the middle of the map. First it was Sick who got cleaned up thanks to the Marshall shot from Def, but
Wow!
oh my gosh! What? Def got on the one as well. Now we understand why they're buying those Marshalls as frequently as they are, because if you can do stuff like that, I mean, what's the problem? Why don't you buy it more?
I mean, Doug, I think we've all felt it on this map, no matter if we're the best aim in the world or we're not. The distance that you're shooting at is still something your brain is min-maxing. So having sheriffs all the time guarantees that's happening. Like these shots right here, having
my
3 or 4
Marshall does
bullets
not
are
do
then
that.
outside your opponent if you're starting to miss the recoil, and it's something everybody's still adjusting to. So to get a little Marshall in your pocket for a little cheaper, and you can roll rounds like that, and I think we've been seeing it more and more. I think there were 3 Marshalls in the game just yesterday, I was remembering. Yeah, it's effective.
Effective indeed, as we just saw. Full display for XSET. They look to continue to roll things as they've got an op now in the hands of Pure, and a much more quiet start. Look at how defensively, look at the investment of utility from XSET, right? You've got the alarm bot, you've got a turret, you've got tripwires to make sure nobody's pushing in. You have to approach this map that way because it's so big and because there's so many different things to control.
Nice, Zombs! What the fuck? Pop the fuck off.
Nose down, XSET.
Oh my god. Zombs Nation facts. Like, straight. I'm joining your guys' cult for Zombs Nation.
Always good for 2, 3, 4.
Beautiful.
He just does not stop once you get that ripcord pulled.
Wow.
And the transfer after transfer and the release.
And that's why I'm telling you,
trigger to then
Phantom is
go
better.
back onto the next one and get the quadra. That was something else. Absolute poised in the face.
You cannot do that shit with the Vandal.
Just unreal. Unreal. Vintage.
Running through a double damage volley.
Zombs has the Viper's
They wanna do a quick take on it.
Oftentimes you'll see, and it doesn't look like he's positioned for it, but oftentimes you'll see a team just immediately invest that once the gate goes down to deny entry onto a site. This time it looks like Zombs is going to be a bit more patient. Excuse me. With that, as dapr has the lockdown, TENZ with the blade storm as well, while there are a couple of ultimates on the side of XSET and a full stack towards B, except for Def.
Oh.
Oh, here they go. They're going to go again. A little rinse, a little repeat, and so far, the outcome has been slightly different. But Zombs is going to get a chance to pull off heroics again. It's going to switch out BCJ.
They don't know there's one. They don't know
so
6
they've
there.
gotten onto the site. Another one drops. The Viper's Pit's going to come through, and you've got to keep an eye on Def as he's on the rotate, but he might get too late, right? Like, if the spike doesn't get there in time, there he goes. He's one on to Shazam. Dapr's the last one standing. It comes together perfectly for XSET as they get to 2.
They were able to create a little bit of chaos in that round.
What the hell?
And it helped. A lot of what Sentinels was rotating to was through their spawn,
5-3 by the way.
Everybody's at the site, retake. That was one of the first times we saw XSET actually start to push in and encroach onto Sentinels' territory other than a site.
5-2?
That mid was worked really well.
God,
to start
that's
to
crazy.
dissect what Sentinels were trying to do on the retake. Great hold inside the site as well. BCJ and the rest of the squad. Def's ultimate is there.
It's all good. We're on attack's better.
As well on the side of Sentinels, so they can decide to shut down a site. And there it is at B, right off the rip.
We talked about it in the previous rounds. Just to hit a bit ahead of forecast, but it comes through. Meanwhile, for TENZ, he still has that op in his hands as he's holding down A, as it looks like that's exactly where XSET wants to move towards. Haven't fully committed. So again, that wall like gives off the illusion that you're going to work double doors. Def is posted up just on the other side. But when you've got B locked down with the Viper's Pit like that, you don't really have to commit the other way.
I love how they're forced into this line of mollies over here by KJ that dapr has set up right after the alarm bot. So you're a little deterred, but you still want to make the entry. Looks like they get the mollies out. They're good to go on this as those are triggered and they don't take too much damage. But the shots here from Def to BCJ to return the favor.
And the neural theft to let them know that the 2 remaining members of Sentinels are nowhere near the site. Now they're going to start creeping their way forward.
Didn't even notice who's there.
So it looks like they're going to work towards door. Remember,
Height only matters if
Sick.
you're ugly, no cab. Oh
There's a chance
my
of
god.
Zombs to get into a decent spot. Numbers advantage heavily in favor.
Gabe, what the fuck?
Sick, already good on to one.
Heard that.
Nice little 1-2. Def, great spot to clean one up, but that's gonna leave Zombs alone. Zombs in a 1v2. Turret giving his position away. He's got to clean that up. He's not going to find
Nice
any
try.
way forward. Aaron swings at just the right time to get the round win for XSET.
You guys are
Grabbing a few
horrible.
back, we're
What
gonna see a little
the
deja
fuck?
vu 8-4 here, maybe, that we got on to Haven for our first round. Sentinels looking clean with the rounds they are grabbing, though. And those on top, more blade storms from TENZ. Sick fragging out here, whether he's on that Phoenix or right onto that sky. We see him playing amazing.
Oh my god.
7-3 as we make our way into round 11. And they do have the ultimate for Aaron, so they can decide to throw the lockdown somewhere in between. And it's something I'd love to see here. Is KJ is great for the side hold, but you're always like, where do I ult? It's usually to break the rotation and how the defending team is going to go from site to site.
Oh
The
my.
sites are just so dang big, you don't really get to cover all of it with something.
Who are we being toxic to? I want to join it. No, Sully.
Slight difference. We've got the
My
opposite
admin
element here. We
just
talked about
said
the lockdown. There
height
it is, and
only
it's
matters
it's
if you're
controlling
ugly,
pivot
no
points.
cap.
Like you were just saying, ECJ working forward. They're going to invest the Seekers as well. So TENZ trying to blast through the smoke, or through the wall, excuse me. Not going to get anything going. Now they're going to work their way in. dapr good for one. Tom's got one as well as dapr continues to encroach
And thank
forward.
you, Agua, for the sub.
Members of
And thank you
Sentinel will
for
follow.
Overwatch.
Aaron is already backing off. BCJ and Pure are looking to do the same, but they're a bit stuck, right?
And
Like,
they've,
because of where they are on the map, they
for
can't
sub.
easily work their way out. They're kind of stuck here, Pure, making things a bit easier as he gets a shot onto Sick.
And you can see how patient Sentinels are right now. Still have one on the B rotation. Feel like they're covered fine on the site. Nothing that XSET is doing is putting too much pressure on Sentinels right now with how they've set up this defense. Good rotation over from Zombs to start calling info in the site. The 1v1 for BCJ and TENZ comes up big.
Nice,
The
nice.
timing, he just happened to be jumping up at that exact moment as TENZ swings around, leaving Pure alone in a 1v4. He's got the op, he's got the Blade Storm, but that might be all he has to his name.
DJ for the sub.
Pretty brutal spot, but the thing is, Pure had some magic
Nice,
to him
well
yesterday.
played.
In these moments, not going to be able to deliver this time around. So Sentinels get to 8. We talked about a little deja vu. XSET still have a
Thank
chance
you,
to equalize that,
Zavala,
but
for the 3
Sentinels
months.
very good this half.
Stringing together the momentum,
Is Tyson
understanding
5'8"?
to
No,
control.
Tyson's
what
5'11".
XSET's gonna
He's
try
almost
to do
6
to
foot.
control that middle part of the map.
I think you're pretty
Sentinels
good for the
is
sub.
usually moving as a
I think
group.
you
otherwise.
tries 52
Besides the
tries
one
for the
person
2
lurking,
months.
whether
Thank
that's
you.
Sick or we just saw Zombs, they rotate as a retake. So the ultimate going off in the middle of the map has not been throwing them for too much of a loop. They're
At
often coming
5'9",
from spawn anyways,
almost 5'10".
and otherwise door as they
And
do it together. So
even
not
in
too much of a spread
heels,
you'll find from Sentinels being effective.
I can no longer be
when
taller than
lockdowns
him,
come
and it
in.
sucks. I asked him if
No
it was
way
okay if I
around
could
it.
wear stilettos
Round
one
12
day,
here,
and he goes,
last one
please
of our
don't
first
do
half.
that.
Can XSET put that padding on for second half here?
So Sick invested the Seekers at the beginning of the round, cleared out a couple members, and he gets the kill onto Pure. So it's big control established already. Zombs looking to return to the scene of the crime a couple of rounds ago. Shahzam getting the best onto Def here, and for XSET, my gosh, they just haven't really been able to move around much at all. They haven't had the freedom to breathe.
Yeah, TENZ already behind them, whispering in their ear, sweet nothings with that Phantom as they all, oh my word, the guiding lights come out and just send everyone into a bit of chaos there. dapr picks that one up, 9-3, a bit of a statement half here on Breeze coming in from Sentinels, and they're probably feeling much better about
Because I was talking to
this now
Tyson, and I was
than
like, okay,
map one.
so hypothetically,
Much better, and I
if
think
we were to get married, am I not going to be able to wear shoes
I think
or high
we've
heels?
seen XSET certainly capable
And he said,
of making
no,
some
but
magic
nobody
of
sees
their
your
own
shoes
happen. So we'll see
anyways.
how they
And so I was
fare
like, okay, I guess
on
I'll just
the
wear
defensive
Crocs.
side, but for Sentinels, really, the first half was all, I mean, it was this, right? It was this.
Just the pause.
Crocs.
It's the weirdest thing, and I think that's great, right? The pause in shooting, but
I think you Mr.
the
Monko one for the
patience
prime, and thank you Weissel for the 2 months.
training that
I already
takes.
said that, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
why Zombs is picking up those multi-kills all the time. Good stuff to see for Sentinels. Has definitely put him on track here to get a win on
Thank you
map
for the
2.
sub.
Just quick info shout out to start this one off. We will have that KJ
Water.
on A as it rotates over towards hallway. Most of the utility towards B, I should say.
Sick has already taken elbow control. You see Def and Zek and Wise to it. Yep, Sick gets cleaned up. Now the spike has to reconsider things. Dapr has taken some space as well across the middle of the map, but that's about it for now.
Cat and mouse. Just missing each other's angles. This works for Dapr, though. Dapr, the 1v1 coming through. This could be big, and it's going to be Aaron with the model just a little bit farther from that angle to finalize the kill.
Oh, wow.
Def onto one as well. I mean, it almost like a mirror performance to what we saw in the pistol in the previous half, right? Where it was Sentinels who walked away with a flawless round. XSET looking to do the same. It's been crispy shots across the board that have gotten them to this point, and they just continue to pile on. Def gets the third. Sentinels just down to TENZ. Oftentimes is plenty.
Ooh, why did he moan? Oh my.
He's gotta go. He's got 6 more.
Okay.
It's a beautiful snap aim.
Yep.
I feel that, but like...
Doesn't have the spike. Such a big dang map. You gotta traverse with 13 seconds left. This seems like a pretty impossible situation. So, great start to the second half from XSET, and yeah, it is going to get cleaned up. Def padding the stats as he gets to 4.
Why doesn't Tyson have skins? He does. He has a new one, but I don't think it's like registered in the system.
And
because like KO isn't allowed either, so.
To mess him with
why did you point that out? What do you mean? Why did I point it out?
Def puts him out of his misery for a quick 4K, and great movement by him. A lot of the utility was over towards B. You then saw the rotation coming in as they moved Aaron over towards A there. So really smart play with the utility, but leaving people just off the ball so you can work a variety of strategies to defend. Let's see how they do it this time. Sentinels staying back, but the Marshals are out. We'll see if they can get some long-range shots here to start.
Pura has one of his own as well. Sheriff in the hands of Sick. Not connecting onto anything quite yet. So you see there's a good bit of util from Killjoy on A, and you've got Pure with the Marshal ensuring that nobody works away in through cage while
nice
works elbows. So this is a great start to control from XSET, but Sentinels with an even better start and already getting that
Broadcasters see
Marshal
Tyson the
offline.
same way Tyson sees Kyedae. What the fuck?
I feel like Sentinels enjoy this, or at least TENZ does. He's like, oh yeah, long range. I get to basically operate. Have the Marshal though, and these rounds for him, the whole team just kind of moving up here. Feel pretty confident for the side of Sentinels. He destroyed that trap as they're gonna find BCJ on the right.
Take your neck bone for some.
All of the util comes up. He's been flashed.
He's gonna be a rat.
Stay alive. You've got Def moving in for a nice pinch as well, but it's going to be a big kill on the Sick. If he's able to get it, doesn't understand, is literally right under his he's going to check it. No, he's going to drop right
Oh my god.
Lands the shots. Aaron looking to give him back.
Oh
and yes,
my
he
god.
trades that out. Zombs with 1 health gets cleaned up at the hands of BCJ. A 3v3 here as Aaron continues to creep his way forward, make that a 3v2. Looking to equalize things even more. The Ghost does the damage, looking for the last, line him up and knock him down. Aaron gets to 4, XSET get to 5.
What's up with the Sentinel 4Ks coming in here? Oh my word.
Wow.
Pulling rabbits out of their hats, making it work. Beautifully done by XSET to get back on that round. Sentinels trying to squeeze through another round with those Marshals, but XSET said, no, we're going to make you pay a little bit more econ than
It's
that.
definitely the gun diff.
Wow, Aaron coming up here. As soon as he was able to duck onto that shot from TENZ, the Ghost did the rest of the work. 9-5 here, as we see a few rounds coming in for XSET to start things off.
Aaron and Death both 1 point away from having their ultimates online, and this is really where we see this composition shine, right? With the Killjoy and a Cypher defense side of Breeze, you just have so much control. Look at how Def has already moved his way up. Gonna spot here. Oh my gosh. Spotted Shazam, and I think he spotted Dapper shoulder as well. But they're working their way up. Yeah, they're working their way up. Def went around. Zombs was able to clean them up. TENZ with the dash to reestablish control of the middle of the map for Sentinels.
This is what I said before, the Sentinels love taking space that is free right away. Think of Sentinels on ascent. They're either right up on these orbs, they're up in mid, they're up on B to start off with information here. Elbow, again, as we would expect, cover mid, take one down, and then start to rotate. This is kind of what XSET did as they played versus Sentinels on Haven in our previous map, is where you wait for that initial angle hold to be broken, get your numbers in advantage, and then you make your hit. Little watch here in mid from Dapr as it looks like it's going to be finalized A.
Yep, and they're controlling you. Again, you see the value because flanking is so prevalent. My gosh, prevalent on this map. You've got to control double doors, and that's exactly where he is. Sentinels have gotten onto A. Aaron good for one. He's got the lockdown as well, so he can really make some magic happen. He's already got the kill onto Shazam. TENZ cleaning him up, leaving BCJ alone. He's got a bulldog, and he has some armor. He just doesn't have much else. He doesn't really have util. He does have the element of surprise, but it's going to be given away right now.
Knock, knock.
So much for that. Great shot, though, onto zombs to get things down to a 1v2. BCJ, how much more magic do you have in you, BCJ? Good for one, but 10 swings at the right moment to get 3 and the round win for Sentinels. Boy, that was scary.
Little touch and go. Find it kind of scary. You are correct. Especially with the 1v1 find. And if that was a flick, that was 57 HP on TENZ after his final firefights in the end of the round there. So, see, he was feeling it. He peeked out right at that time of contact to make sure
that didn't even look like a hit properly.
3K for TENZ.
I think he used Candace for the sub.
Up. I mean, he is on the Blade Storm, so we might get that this round as we see the buys, the classic for him. And we're still ticking down. So Blade Storm usage here. Ares for dapr. I think he's going to start ripping out the ammo drum.
Flash coming out. There's that Blade Storm. Not going to be
nice shot, Zekin.
This time around for Sentinels. They've taken elbow control. They're working away at the middle of the map as they like to. You've got that alarm bot there from Aaron that should be going off here in just a moment. The Viper util as well. And look at how they're rotating. They can this is like, they understand where the hit's going to go. They feel the pressure working mid. Yep.
I think you laser blade for it, the sub.
Wet paint. This is hot. You put a sign up. Do not touch. Oh, so wall drops. Let's see who actually has the confidence to peek first on that right side. BCJ and Shazam just on the other side of a corner over B. Looks like Shazam may give up or call for zombs to make this hit happen. Rotation from Sentinels, for XSET is somewhat calling this as they're stacking over towards B, but the spike alone in mid right now. Dapr's on a mission.
Def has not left A, so he's in a great spot. Oh, they get a chance at something. There it is. The judge delivers.
What a ratty gun.
BCJ got messed up forward and continues to do so. Great shot from Pure onto Sick as well to control that flank. So now, all of a sudden, you see Sentinels' resources and their numbers dwindle very quickly as it's a heavy advantage in favor of XSET. It continues to go that way. Dapr's alone in a 1v4. Make that a 1v3. You can feel his Spidey senses tingling, having to check every single corner.
Nice
10 health,
try.
and the dream was all he had as Pure delivers the op shot to clean up the round for XSET.
dapr got hit by the alarm bot that Sick noted. What? In the beginning of the round, he's like, right here. Make sure you don't hit this. And then they ran into it. A lot of things happening during these rounds, and the slight things that could be an advantage are falling away here as XSET start to pick up a few more for themselves. Or one, I should say here. Not really stringing them together just yet. And quite a few ults here on the side of Sentinels means maybe a little bit of slow play to see what the Seekers can tell them before they do take a site.
Yeah, but look, I mean, BCJ, 1 point from the Viper's pit, second 1 point away from the Seekers as well, so you feel that's certainly going to help things as Pure is now 1 point away from having the Blade Storm online as well. All of the utility coming together at just the right time. There's the Blade Storm, and the spike is down. Aaron's going to get one as well. Leaving Shazam and dapr alone. Love that play off of the turret, man. That's pretty.
As a KJ player, you feel really bad when you do it, but you also feel really good. Because it's such a cheeky little thing to do. Always letting your turret peek first, you peek right over it. Make the magic happen. Here we go, Pure for one more. Down the gut. And dapr, he falls in hallway. 3 set for Pure there as he gets himself Blade Storm. Save that round, I should say. And his XSET's looking good here. They did take map 1. They're creeping up on Sentinels, who currently I don't have the quick strats they were using that got through XSET's defense on Haven.
This op is a problem right now, 100%. I agree.
On the side of Breeze, since everything's 100 yards to spike plan.
I don't know about you guys, but
really
like I'm in gold, right? And when we play, when we're attacking on Breeze and there's an op on the other side, we get fucking noob stomped. Regardless of how good this opper is, it's like
heavy investment of
so
shit. Used. The lockdown's going to be used in kind.
Like, it's basically a guaranteed loss if someone...
Yeah, Aaron good onto one as well. Second lockdown has been used to counter. As the spike is just playing on the fringe of that. You see it in the pockets of Shazam. A few players have been detained, but will they aggressively take it? Will they look for it? Pure missing the shot.
Second!
Ooh, they're baiting for him.
Challenge. Oh, Pure gets cleaned up. Sick, just trying to dance around, get control of the site. Zekin just narrowly stays alive long enough to land the shots. Oh my gosh, I think he dinked him too, but no, dapr swings on him, gives him the business and dismisses him.
Oh my god.
Chaos.
What
it's
the
just
fuck
BCJ,
just happened?
who isn't around for long. Excellent round run from Sentinels from stop the bleed to stop
Why
the
was
bleeding.
Sick looking
XSET
one
had
way and then
4 of
looking
last
the other
5,
way?
If I'm not mistaken, things were looking really good.
Yeah,
Great
they
response.
baited for Zekin.
Sentinels needed that one as
Oh
well,
god.
It seemed to have thrown
Wait,
XSET
Sully, I don't know how you guys don't
they
laugh
what
when
they
you see
wanted
someone
to
play
do,
like that.
Pure got taken off.
I think you lucky you're off to the
Zekin
sub.
wasn't able to do what he wanted from the
Like,
corner.
honestly,
And
I don't know how
Sentinels,
casters
for
don't
any
laugh.
Team looking to take your opponent down, you need
Like, they do a
those
really
rounds
amazing
to get
job
your
at their
opponents
job.
a little bit
Because I think that shit's
and
hilarious.
see if they can continue that play.
I have
See if
obtained
XSET
immense
are at all
self-control.
flustered about what's been
Insane.
happening here as they creep back into this game. They do seem to have their heads on straight as Trailblazer is going to find one.
I would have to use
inside
push to talk.
And again, man, like you see how difficult it is to work through a composition that has a Viper, a Cypher, and a Killjoy. Now you've got the Viper spit coming
And
through
thank you, Lily, for the sub.
BCJ to deny entry into A, but it looks like they're going to push in anyway. This is actually... It seems like North American brand to see a Viper spit and just like to full send into it, not concerned about what's on the other side. They tank it to fight for control, but this time Sentinel's rotating away. See, Riv, and so this is what's super interesting because oftentimes you'll see teams aggressively take space away that's available, like we saw from Sentinels previously. This time, they invested a lot towards A, and we haven't seen Def take anything else, right? He didn't work through elbow, he didn't work through mid. They still have all of that room for Sentinels to work with. This is still a guessing game for Sentinels. How far is someone pushed up? All retake territory. Six says thank you as Def is in his camera. I think he just backed out of it and maybe wasn't ready for this that instant.
What?
But that is a quick pickup from Sick. He's been opening up these rounds huge for the side of Sentinels, coming through his TENZ once again through this Viper smoke, and they will go right back towards that A site. Sick is going to get the spike down as well.
Pure isn't on toggle, is he?
To get
for his op?
to make it look like it was going B, you had 2 members rotating back towards B through defender spawn. And
or am I wrong?
Right back
what is he on?
Through double door where it was just BCJ who was standing there. So Sentinels take full control of the site. Sick gets cleaned up as well. Pure trying to save the op,
yeah,
but
hold
Sentinels
scopes faster.
smell blood in the water, and man, they're going hunting.
Yeah.
I love the Sick moonwalk
looks like
flash
hold.
there. It
Yeah,
comes
I think
out
it's hold.
reverse on his own flash. Pure
yeah,
picks up
that's
one,
hold.
though.
Woo!
Almost a second one. It's Zombs with the eagle eye tag.
Yeah.
Takes down Pure. He's
yeah,
like,
hold
I love
is better
these
than
angles.
toggle, but I wasn't
exactly
sure.
where I play on defense, and that's one of the things you always see. The site
cool.
someone plays and while they switch.
So basically, there's a difference between toggle and hold chat for scoping in on an op, and it's in your settings. But if you use hold, it scopes in faster. Exactly, and so when you see this crazy off shots,
making those frags happen for Sentinels.
You go into hold and it instantly goes in. We know. Okay, some people were asking, so I wasn't sure. My bad.
That point, and they were working heavily towards A, right? Like it's a full stack. They're gonna follow the Trailblazer. Shazam is 1 point away from getting 100 Sphere online, and that's exactly what it looks like they want to do. TENZ gets cleaned up, but Zombs trades it out. There's the Hunter's Fury in his pockets. Pure with the Blade Storm is gonna have to make some magic happen. Nope, he drops. Aaron gets one back, though. And the spike is still not on the site. The Hunter Fury is going to come out from Shazam, and that's going to be entry, but Sick with a couple of filthy shots to open up the site to get Sentinels to win 13-7 on Breeze. We're cutting to a break. When we return, we'll break the map down. Don't go anywhere.